everyone can live up to that message at least once in a week or once in a day. Yes, I know that you guys have given back to the society in lot many ways, but you are in one way the role models of the casteless society that you can preach back to us, preach back to villagers. So, when I talk about the volunteerism and from our trust, we work on four different aspects. That is health, education, advocacy and awareness, and livelihood. That is, in an acronym, it's HEAL. Let's heal the society. It is not that they don't know anything about it, but we work with 328 HIV affected kids. When we talk about the things the speakers have said about the untouchability, there is still untouchability exists, but in a different form. People are segregated by diseases. People are segregated by disabilities. People are segregated by different limitations they have. Why all these are coming up? Economic empowerment and lack of awareness. In rural India, it makes a lot of difference of whatever effort you put there. We work with a community where people just pass by the community and they never go to their houses because they know that that is a affected community. Let me narrate you a story of a woman. She is a wife of a HIV/AIDS person and the husband died, and she is not affected, but still the level of awareness, the lack of awareness in the whole village is that they burn down their belongings, their hut, including of whatever the papers they have. That apparently the husband has insured, had taken a life insurance policy for 30,000, and the papers were burnt down just like that without even telling her, because they are afraid that they might pass on the disease. That is the level of awareness people have. And so many people were still asked in my rural areas that is the disability is the result of intercaste marriages? Still people exist that way. By saying so, I am not discouraging. I am not saying that we can't change them. We have given an opportunity to work through one of our educational projects, and 60 of the disabled people, they have turned into entrepreneurs, and 2 people literally became sarpans of the village because of their work in the community. For this to do this work, what we have paid to them, $6 per month. That is their monthly salary. So what I urge to you is small things can make a big difference. Please give us your time and your energy and your information. For a person like me, it took so many years to know about most of the technological advancements. But today we have internet. We have things that are available. You can just do so many things by sitting at one place. Someone has, in a fun way, referring to me that That's why America is becoming obese, because they are doing so many things and sitting at one place. But with your information and intelligence and knowledge, you can make a very big difference. I tested myself to be whether I can be a volunteer. And so I founded a global ability in disability. We are working on mobility of the disabled. And it is not only for the disabled or aged. Mobility is needed for everyone, to meeting of the minds as well. And accessibility. And accessibility is of the information. Please don't put any tabs on the information. That should be no passwords, nothing. That should be available to all the time, and you can do so. And we are working on employability. We are trying to employ the HIV/AIDS and rural integrated youth into different kinds of vocational trades what they can do. And above all, sustainability. We will, like Muniji has said, we talk. When we are going to do an action, and believe me, talk is never a substitute for action. Action needed because your family in one way or the other, cousins, and they, other than the opportunities, they have the same attributes as you are, and they are in a way suffering. Not just for the money. Yes, they can make money, but for the lack awareness, but for the extension of education. By doing so, I have tested myself to be a volunteer. Why not you? Thank you.
Can you make a contribution to your organization?